Good evening. I hope this message finds you well. On the shelf behind me, you'll see that I have some pink Post-it notes attached to it. This shelf represents different dreams and goals that some people have put on the shelf. And what I mean by that is these are things that you originally had set out to accomplish, and for whatever reason, you stopped and you put them on a shelf and you walked away. And so tonight, I am here to encourage you and hopefully inspire you to go back to your shelf, whatever it may be, and pick up those dreams again. When I was about, let's say, I think maybe like 8 or 9 years old, we lived in Germany, and I was going to a school there. It was an American school because my dad was in the military and we were on base. And I was in school one day, and I guess it was a pep rally or something was going on, and they had these cheerleaders who came out, and they were so energetic. They smiled, they were dancing and doing all the stomping, and I was like, oh my gosh, this looks like so much fun. I want to do this. So I went home and I told my family, I said, hey, I think I want to be a cheerleader. And they laughed. I remember my mom kind of joking me a little bit, and I don't even remember specifically what she said. But I remember having this sinking feeling of defeat inside of me before I had even, found out about tryouts or anything about cheerleading. And so I sat down that night, and I remember writing her a letter. And I explained to her that my feelings were hurt, that I felt like nobody was really interested in hearing what I had to say. And I was very excited about what I had shared with them. And they just kind of shot it down. So, of course, she wrote me back and she apologized, and I think it was something along the lines of, you can be whatever you want to be and do what you want to do in life, and, don't let anyone ever stop you. And although those words, it helped, it's still kind of, that sting was still there, the defeat was still there. So we moved back to Virginia from Germany. I went to school. In elementary school, they had a cheerleading squad there. I didn't participate. And when I got to middle school, they had another opportunity to try out for cheerleading. And so I said, you know what, I'm going to do this. This is what I've always wanted to do, and so I'm going to do it. So I tried out for the York Intermediate Chargers cheerleading squad, and I made the squad. So obviously I was very excited. I made the squad, and that was just like a childhood dream that I had. It's just as young as 7, 8, 9 years old. I was already dreaming about things I wanted to do. So just having that dream fulfilled, it just gave me a new fire and a new zeal to try something else, to do more and to be more. So tonight, as I was thinking about how I could get this message across, I wanted to encourage you, those of you who have shelved dreams because somebody else didn't understand them, or somebody said, yeah, I think it's a good idea, but I don't know that you can really do that. Who are they to tell you whether or not you can or cannot do your dream, your vision? It's your dream. It's meant for you. So of course, other people aren't going to understand it. It's not meant for them to understand. All you have to do is step forward, walk in it, and be confident in what you want to do. So the things that I have on the shelf here are to lose weight, buy a house, start a business, to love again, compete in a race or a pageant or a special sport event, and to make the honor roll. Because I realize there are some people who may see this video, maybe you're a little younger and you're not necessarily in adult life, but you can start a business as young as 5 and 6 years old. So who am I to tell you what you can't do? So tonight, please be encouraged. If you're one of the people who has shelved one of your dreams because of divorce or a death in the family, a breakup, somebody told you that's not really your thing and you believe them, go back to your shelf. Go back to your shelf and pick that dream up and start doing it again. Start working towards it again. Because even though you try to kill off your dreams physically, inside they always live. And sometimes they live inside of us, and some people will never open up their mouth to try to live that dream again. And sometimes someone else will pick up a similar dream, and you'll watch them, and you'll be angry and bitter inside because you're like, man, I had that same idea. I had that same dream, and I didn't do it because somebody told me I couldn't. And I don't want that to be anybody who I come in contact with. I want to see people succeed in life. I want to see people happy in life. I want to see people doing the things that people said they couldn't, and flourishing and just enjoying that. You know, that's what my Believe Project is all about. So, again, if that's you tonight, think about some of the things that you were working on before and you stopped. Think about them and go back to your shelf and take that dream off the shelf. It's time, you know, to get it back. It's time to get back going. Thanks so much for taking the time to listen. Again, Believe t-shirts are available. You can contact me through my Facebook page, Shape Up with Sherry, or you can email me at shapeupwithsherry@hotmail.com. Thanks so much for listening. Bye-bye.